Okay guys, it is newsletter time. So Friday's newsletter, we're actually filming this on Thursday night and we're in the new building and still got more work to do out here, but it's coming along. What we're going to do is we're going to play off of what we did the other day. We've got quite a few people that said they'd love to see the packing and shipping from start to finish. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to go through the whole process of packing this sign and shipping it just exactly like I was. In fact, we're going to print out a label and just exactly everything that we do. You're all set up on your computer to do that, right, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. So we're going to take this same sign. This is just a standard sign. And the first thing that I do is I wrap it in plastic. These are plastic tubes that we get. I get them from, I think, Bags on the Net. bagsonthenet.com or .net, I think. I'll find the link and put it in the description below. But anyway, so I put it in plastic like this. That's the first thing that I do. Then I wrap it in bubble wrap. Now this is the bubble wrap. Just comes in rolls. We get it at Sam's Club, I think. And this bubble wrap is perforated it's 12 inches wide and it's perforated every 12 inches. So I rip off three sheets, or thereabouts. Sometimes it doesn't rip real well. Then I wrap this thing. Uh-oh, where's my tape dispenser? That's what I forgot, is my tape dispenser. Huh? Yeah, it should be on my desk, babe. All right, so then I wrap this thing with tape, and I also have, while she's running to get my tape dispenser, thought I was all prepared for this, guys, sorry. I also, in case, I don't know if you guys do, but I always drill my signs top and bottom on 12-inch centers, my standard signs. And then I supply the little screw eyes and S-hooks. Perfect. Thank you, babe. Right on the money. All right, so I am going to wrap this thing in bubble wrap. So I put one in the center, and then I put one at the end, and I'll show you why. Now what I do is I kind of butterfly this thing out, and this is that never happens unless I'm on camera. Then I just kind of wrap that around, and I want my corners especially protected, especially if I'm shipping one of those ribbon-shaped signs. That's where it's really important. On these, not so much, but on the ribbon-shaped sign, so I've got that bundled up at the corners. That one could be a little bit better. Still with me there? Okay. So I put one in the center, and then I put these at kind of a diagonal, just so that bubble wrap gets bunched up on that corner. I'm gonna throw another piece on that. All right, so there's that. Then these hooks and eyes, rather than putting them inside of the bag, and I normally put like a packing list or a note in there, a thank you note in the back as well. So now my sign is pretty much wrapped there. Now I'm going to make my box. So I've got two of these non-flat rate priority mail boxes. These are the smaller ones. These what I call sleeve boxes. This is the part number, I think, is 1097 on this particular box. So they've got self-adhesive
Show
peel.
those sticker things.
Yeah, they've got self-adhesive. And then what I do here is these are little labels that you can get as well, free. I use these kind of like tape most of the time. So when I peel that self-adhesive thing off there, I always then just put an extra label on there as well. So that's one part of my box. Now the other part, the way I do this is I kind of do the same thing, but I don't want to peel that off yet. All I want to do is keep this closed temporarily until I get my other part cut. These are not feeling very well. There. So, see how that thing will peel off, and I'll do that in a minute, but right now I don't want to peel that off. I just want to keep this thing closed so that it stays in the box form while I cut it. So now what I'm going to do is I am just going to cut.
Don't let her bouncing all over if you want me to video you.
You said you could stay with me.
Well,
we just talked about this before the camera was rolling. Said I'm going to be bouncing around. You said you
I'm
would
going
stay
to go
with
back
me.
inside and you're going to be on your own.
All right, so here's what I'm doing there, guys. All I'm doing is just making kind of a V on the corners so that one will nest inside the other one. I used to mark them and stuff, but that's just kind of a waste of time. So now I'm just going to feed that right inside this other one. Kinda. I have to. I never have any issues unless I'm on camera. So now, that's fed all the way in there. Now I'm going to use a little piece of tape here and join these two boxes together. Am I moving slow enough for you now, Ben? You got me?
Nice, thank you.
All right, so now I'm going to go all the way around. Then I'm going to go on both sides of that one that I just did and split that tape. Now I'm going to go on both sides of that because I really don't want this thing coming apart. And there's my box. Now I already know that this box is about the right size for a 24-inch sign because with two of these put together, it comes out to about 26.5, which gives me about 2.5 inches to split between the two ends. Now, I know that where I had the double labels, that's the permanent seal there. This one was the temporary seal. Now I'm just going to cut that open, and I have my box. One inside the other. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to use, let me move that out of the way. Done with my knife, I think. Now I've just got this paper. This is packing paper that we buy from Uline in a big package. I think these are like, what, 48? No, 36. These are 24 by 36 pieces. It's fairly inexpensive, so I use this. But you can use, if you've got newspapers, you can use just about anything for packing in here. Sometimes I'll split these in half, actually, because sometimes a full piece is a little too much. So I'll just tear them in half. Now I'm going to bring this chair over here. Now I'll stick my sign down in there. And you'll see I have room on both sides of the sign. Now that's where I'll take this paper and I'll just fill up the border. A couple more pieces to do it. Actually, I think that will do it. Is that okay? I wasn't too far off camera there?
Hope not.
I hope not too. So now I'm just going to peel that off, stick that down. Again, take my little labels as just kind of an extra sealer. Use it. I use these labels all the time in the same place that I would tape. Then I kind of shake it, make sure that it's not rattling around in there. Feels pretty solid. Now we're going to weigh it. So it is ready to ship right there. All we got to do now is weigh it, and then we'll move into the office and we'll print a label. Let me see here. Can you see that screen all right?
Yeah, I think I got too close. Hold on. There we go. All right.
So let's see what it weighs. It should be under 2 pounds.
Leave it there for a second because it's going to take a minute to focus.
What the heck does that say? Uh-oh. See, there it's on, I think it's on grams. Because this scale will measure either by grams or by weight. Oh, that's grams. All right, hang on just a second. I gotta look at this thing. Let me see what's going on. Be right back with you. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's 1.146. So it's 1 pound, 14 ounces. So then I would take a pencil and mark on there, which I don't have one, but it's all right.
Thought you had everything. You told me
I thought I had everything except for the tape and a pencil. I do have a pen and a glove, obviously, when I was doing finishing. So I will put 1.14 on the box. Now, let me give you a hypothetical. Let's say you had a sign that wasn't 24 inches long. So that you wanted to, one of these boxes is in this area is, I believe, is 13.5 inches. But let's say you had a sign that's 18 inches long. So now what you would do is there's a way to shorten these boxes, and I will give you an idea. So let's say you had another one. I was supposed to bring 2 of them out, but I didn't. But let me show you how I shorten the boxes. Let's say you only need this box, rather than being, after it's folded, rather than being 13 inches, let's say you only need it to be, say, 6 inches. So what I would do, the way I do it, you guys can do it however you want to, but the way I would do it, let's say you need it to be that 13-inch box, you need say a 7-inch extension on top of that. So your box, you want to be 7 inches. So I would make a 7-inch mark, and then I'm going to go, let's say 2.5 inches past that. So I'm going to go about 9.5. And you'll see why I'm doing this here in a second. But 7 inches and 9.5. Now flip it over. 7, 9.5. 7, 9.5. So let me show you why I did that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this box down. So if I had a sign that is 18 inches long rather than 24, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slice it. I'm doing this kind of quick, so you could do it with a straight edge. So now what we have here is we have a box, but we're not going to, this 2.5 inches, all I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing I was doing before, and I'm just going to use that mark and cut my little wedges out of the corners. Trying not to slice myself, and that ends up being your little extension. So now it's pretty easy to slip that inside that other sleeve, and then you could open this up and you'll have just a 20-inch box. Yeah, it would be about, because this is 7, Yeah, you'd have about a 20-inch box for an 18-inch sign. So that's why you wouldn't have to have all that extra packing material in there. That's just another way to do it, guys. Something I've kind of just learned over the years. So I do that anytime I've got something that's an odd shape that won't take those full boxes. I'll just make myself a little extension on one of them so I don't have a lot of extra packing in there. Okay, so let's move this whole thing into the office, and we will print out a label, go to USPS and print out a label and show you exactly how we do that. So we'll be right back. All right, we are now in Vicky's office / bedroom. So we brought the box in. So here's the sign that we're going to ship. Remember, it was 1 pound 14 ounces, and I put just a little return address on there. It says from, just one of my little stickers. So now we're going to go into, like we did the other day, USPS. We're at USPS.com. I'm logged in with my account. I'm going to go to click and ship, and we are going to ship this sign to my mother-in-law over in Manteca, California. So when we're on the first name, are you coming in on the screen?
Yeah.
So on the thing about USPS on here, one of the things, guys, is cap locks don't mean anything. You can type in lowercase, but they're going to come out as caps. So that makes no difference at all. So I just put in her first name, last name. That's my mother-in-law, Vicky's mom. You can go if it's a company, you can do that, but she's not. She's just a homeowner and a terrific lady. Love my mother-in-law. So I'm putting in her address here. There's a place for apartment, suite, other. Manteca. Go down here, and now we're on the state, and I just put in a C, and it comes up for California. But if I wanted a different C, I would just hit C again and go over to the zip code. So now I'm going to come down here. It's going to automatically ship. It comes up with a date of shipping today, Thursday, but there's a drop down and you can put whatever date you want in there, but I'll put Thursday because it really doesn't matter. Now if I was shipping flat rate, I would pick here, but I'm not. I'm shipping by the weight, so I'm going to put in 1 pound 14 ounces. I never put the package value in there, and so now you see all of these little check marks are blue, which means we can go to the other page. The other day we couldn't do that because we didn't enter any. There was some red there, so we couldn't take it to the next step. So now we'll look at the available services. So it says if we're going to ship it priority mail, which is what we're doing, it's $7.75. So we're going to pick that one. These are flat rate things, but we're not shipping flat rate. So then we come down here and it goes through all of this stuff, but I never pick any of that. No signature required. Everything is free. The tracking number is free. Insurance packages up to $50 is free. So I add that to my cart. Now I am ready to, I just look over all this stuff, make sure it's all right. Now I'm going to go to my billing information. And again, like I said the other day, when you set up your account, it will have all of your, you set it up with cards. So I have 2 different cards in here. I have my business card and I have my PayPal debit card. So I always, it depends on which one I want to do. But first thing I need to do is check this little thing up here. It says certify that I'm mailing complies with all of the regulations and blah, blah, blah. I'm not shipping spray cans or explosives or something. So I can pick either one of these cards that I have in here, but I'll just pick my MasterCard, and then I put in my little 3-digit code, and then I go to pay and print. Now it'll take it to the next screen, and it says that we can now print a label. So these labels, remember, we showed them the other day, and you're going to see it one all printed. This is just a blank one. We've already got one loaded up in the printer that you'll see will print out in just a second here. So now we are going to, everything looks right. We're going to print a label. The printer is on.
Let me move the camera over to it. Oh, that shows you.
Yeah, so this shows what the label looks like. And I'm going to hit print, and that should, I don't use this printer, but Vic says it'll work.
Scooch back a little. And zippity-doo-dah.
Well, we'll see. It appears to be printing.
Told you.
You were right. So there's our label. Got the barcode on it. That's our tracking number. This is the little piece that we will keep. We'll stick this on the box. It's adhesive. You stick that anywhere, but I normally stick it over where I wrote in this area. But even if you put it over here, it'll be just fine. I normally put it right in that area right there. So that is ready to ship to my mother-in-law. Now, what we'll do is you have the availability. We'll go in and cancel that label, so then this is not going to go anywhere, and then we can get refunded that money. It takes, I don't know, 10 to 15 days to get that money back, but that's no big deal. I wanted to go through the whole process so you guys could see what it was like. But that now will go right out in the, well, would go right out into the mailbox, and it's good to go. Now sometimes if it's raining outside or if there's nasty weather, I will cover these with packing tape. The same packing tape that I used here, sometimes I'll cover those with packing tape just to be sure, because if this thing gets wet, it can smear. So I like to do that if it's nasty weather outside. I don't always do it. But then if you have paperwork, you can just peel this little thing off that's got all your tracking numbers, your name, your recipient's name, and all the tracking information on there. And you can put that on your paperwork.
Hold it back up there. I'm trying to zoom in on it.
Sorry, I thought you were already there.
Well,
not working.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
So that's got all the tracking information on it. And it actually says that it's got a print date, a ship date, and expected delivery date of 8/8, and today is the 4th. So expected delivery date 4 days. I don't know why so long. Huh. Normally it's 2 or 3 days, but it's California, I guess. Anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. This click and ship thing, if you're shipping very much, man, it is convenient to have, once you set up the account. And it takes, I don't know, 10-15 minutes to set up the account. Put in your debit card or however you want to pay. You can also pay. Vicky's got hers set up. We used mine because Vicky's got hers set up to pay with her PayPal account. Mine is just I got a PayPal debit card, so it's just like a MasterCard, any MasterCard or Visa. So it's so convenient for shipping, and trust me, guys, we do a lot of shipping, and you guys probably know that. So we ship anywhere from 10 to 30 packages every day, and it's all done this way. So it's pretty easy process. Gosh, I guess that's it. If you guys have questions, you know how to get a hold of me. What do we need to announce? We need to announce the seminar. So we sold 3 or 4 more slots on the seminar, guys. There's still spots open, but if you guys want to come to the seminar, $50 if you want some information on it. Vicky will email it to you. Her email's in the description, and I apologize for being redundant on that. We just want to try and let everybody know that come the end of the month, August 31st will be the last day to be able to get a slot. Then we're gonna shut all the seminars down at that point. Thanks for watching. Hope this was helpful to you. If you have questions, let me know. Thumbs up if you like it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to click that little gear thing so you get notifications when we put out a new video. So you're seeing this on Friday. If all goes well, I'll nail Dad down and we'll do a Dad's Memory Lane for Saturday morning. hoping to get that done and be able to post it fairly early on Saturday. And then we'll be back for coffee and questions on Monday. So everybody have a great weekend. Thanks for watching, and we will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.